latest installment in our constant, autistic struggle against the screeching 24/7 bitch fest that is the Western world's political liberal caste. For the small few who've been keeping up with the content posted, you're probably wondering why we haven't posted in over a month. Well, as it turns out, a little while after we did the Elliot Rodger Rides Again video, which didn't even make it into the Monkey Jones Film Festival, Evan got sick and started coughing a lot. And as misfortune had it, he ended up losing his voice. But we're back. And don't you worry, we have a real treat for you today. We get to examine a burning issue that deserves our attention, discussion, analysis, and critique. If you live under a rock, you most likely wouldn't at all know about Nicholas Cruz's murder spree at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, or the nationwide hullabaloo over the age-old issue of the Second Amendment. It's no surprise to me that the Democratic Party would throw so much time and energy behind the March for Our Lives movement, between citywide marches and the shrill oral diarrhea of politicians who label the Second Amendment as a relic of the 18th century and something that needs to be repealed. But I'm not going to waste gas on politicians. No, let's concentrate our scrutiny on the children. Yes, the poor, innocent little children, the victims of the newest tragedy of the week. In the wake of such things, they've congregated in droves and announced to our federal government that they will fight for change, get out to vote, and stick it to the oh-so-evil NRA. Don't get me wrong, I applaud their exercising of the First Amendment and their newfound interest in politics, and believe me, it's something this nation needs. But oh, no, that doesn't exempt them from constructive criticism. The worst of what I find wrong about all of this is most exemplified in these two, who happen to be prime figureheads in March for Our Lives, David Hogg and Emma Gonzalez. Both are survivors of the shooting, both being at the school the day Cruz shot the place up, and both have plenty to say about their experience and beliefs on what we all needed to do to prevent this from happening twice. I wish I could say I respected their voices, but I can't do that. Why? Because how they're getting their points across are with methods that are anything but respectable. But that's just my belief. Where to begin? In an interview with The Outline, David Hogg passionately stated to his interviewer that he became an activist because our parents don't know how to use a fucking democracy. When your old ass parent is like, I don't know how to send an iMessage, and you're just like, give me the fucking phone and let me handle it. Sadly, that's what we have to do with our government. Our parents don't know how to use a fucking democracy, so we have to. Such an impassioned young man. But is it really his place to state that their parents don't know how to vote and learn politics? Mind you, this was the generation that did not have a big turnout in the 2016 election, even admitting to it on camera when they held their screeching tantrums for a week after the election concluded. This was also the generation of Tide Pods and writing hashtag fuck Trump while licking urinals and toilet seats. And he has the audacity to state that his parents don't know democracy and that he and his peers do? That is incredible! And in that same interview, David likens Florida Governor Rick Scott to Voldemort. Yes, you heard me, Voldemort, from the fictional Harry Potter series. And after poking around on Twitter, Evan found these pictures. That is so sad. I feel bad for these kids, both for the shooting and also having to protest by using shitty, cringeworthy pop culture references. I think I need to call the paramedics. And on a stream on Twitter, David Hogg lamented that Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School was part of an affluent community and that he claimed that was why the media followed that story so very closely. He also stated that if this had happened in a black neighborhood, it wouldn't be news, and he vowed he would use his white privilege to make sure that non-white victims of gun violence are heard. Okay, there is so much wrong with that, Canard, I don't even know where to start. First off, your movement is funded by the very same league of politicians who keep those black Americans on their liberal plantation with welfare and entitlements, and who enacted the very same kind of gun control you crave for in Democrat-run cities like Chicago and Baltimore that caused gang violence and black-on-black gun deaths, all because those guns were taken from responsible blacks. Secondly, you would unnecessarily tie in race, completely unrelated to this issue, and make that your badge of honor to enact change? You would stand on the rotting, bullet-riddled corpses of black children to make your point? You liken yourself to the savior that black people need because they can't fix their own issues? That is sickening. Truly sickening. David Hogg, from the bottom of my heart, fuck you. And don't think I forgot about Emma Gonzalez. Yes, the shaven-headed Cuban flag jacket butch who cries and wails for change just as much as David Hogg does. But do you know what I found interesting? These tweets in this video pointing to the possibility that she, along with others, bullied Nicholas Cruz, which may have had a hand in his desire to kill those students. Isn't life beautiful? She makes that poor little bastard's school life a living hell, he shoots the place up, and she makes a teary-eyed spectacle saying the public didn't know him, but she and her friends did. This is the fresh face of the left wing's new push for gun control, to finally quash the evil Republican Party and the NRA with these hormonally mind-fucked children, indoctrinated by Obama's Common Core conglomerate and jazzed up by half-baked pop culture, memes, fads, and buzzwords. My criticism of this is that the left-wingers are profiting off this shooting and these emotional teenagers by making them their mouthpiece. But if you're the kind of person who heeds the instructions of a 17-year-old child who knows so very little about politics, who cannot gather both the fortitude and the wit to campaign for social change like an adult, then you're a fucking idiot and you have no business watching this video.